All right, we are at a unique business here. You first saw David at the Lawn and Garden Show when Tammy interviewed him, but I have the pleasure of interviewing David with DMC Storm Shelters. Did I get that right?
That's right.
I first heard about your product, and I swear, David, I thought you were selling plantation shutters. Being from the coast where we get hurricanes, we don't get quite as many of the tornadoes that you folks get here. Tell us about this unique product, folks. You're going to love this.
Well, about a year ago, we started researching, and we were researching storm shelters to offer the service of providing storm shelters. And we found that most storm shelters are below ground. Well, below ground storm shelters do not allow for handicap accessibility, nor do they allow for people who suffer from claustrophobia won't go in them.
Gotcha.
They will not go underground. And another thing is your 89-year-old grandmother who's had 2 hip replacements and a knee replacement can't go down the steps a lot of times into an underground storm shelter.
That's something that I had not thought about. I know our host Tammy has an elderly grandmother at her house, and that was one of the things that we were discussing. And folks really don't think about things like that unless you're really in that situation. So it's a good thing to be thinking ahead, be proactive, and to look at this product. Now, one of the things that I found interesting when I was talking to you is the building is safe as it sits. But you actually bore this thing and hold it down into the ground. I mean, this thing's anchored too, right?
That's correct. The sheer weight of the shelter itself will allow in excess of 250-mile-an-hour wind will not move it in any way. Move it, roll it, scoot it. It just doesn't even know it's coming.
Gotcha.
But for our customers' peace of mind, we go ahead and use a 4-foot long earth anchor, and we bore those into the ground, and they also hold the shelter down. We put 4 of them on there. It takes 4,000 pounds of pressure to pull one of those out of the ground.
Right. Now, what about another question I had for you yesterday? Was the HOAs or some of these neighborhoods that have requirements for buildings and sheds and stuff? You've got that covered too as well,
We've
right?
got that. That was one thing that we went with, the colored concrete and it having the stamp to look like brick, because most of your homeowners associations, subdivision restrictions, and even some towns require that your outbuildings, tertiary buildings, match your home.
Yep.
So we wanted to offer the roof system on ours is for show.
Gotcha.
It's for looks, because the shelter itself has a solid concrete roof under this roof.
Right.
But we wanted it to be able to match your home with either shingles, a metal roof, whatever.
So it's attractive to the home too.
It's attractive to the home.
Right.
It doesn't look like a septic tank sitting in your backyard.
Right.
And a lot of the products we found out there in above ground storm shelters, that's what they look like.
Yeah.
And we decided, well, let's go a different route. Let's go for something that's going to look good. It's going to meet all your subdivision restrictions, homeowner association restrictions. And we've got 24 different colors that we can put into the concrete. This is not a brick veneer, by the way. This is poured solid concrete. It will not come off. It is this color all the way through.
So the process here, we call you up, we want one. What's the conception to completion time?
Our production time right now is about 2 weeks.
You guys got to come check this place out. I was amazed at it. Of course, like I said when we started, I'm from the East Coast. Had the pleasure of sitting down with David yesterday and talking a little bit about before this interview. David, tell them the phone number, how to get a hold of you, and where you at. I know they hear us on College Street because we've had a lot of traffic rolling by, but tell the folks how to get a hold of you.
We're right here in downtown Pulaski, Tennessee on West College Street. If you come through Pulaski, headed to the post office, look to your left, you're going to see us.
Folks, give David a call here at DMC Storm Shelters. When that unexpected tornado heads your way, you're going to wish you had called him. David, I appreciate you taking time to talk to me today. Thank you. Looking forward to doing business with you. Look right there and tell the folks out there to keep watching Pulaski TV Today.
Continue watching Pulaski TV Today to find out what's going on in Pulaski.